Welcome back to Synaptics Training. So today I want to focus on two accounting features which I believe are imperative in order to manage your fund. And this will be one, to get the bordereau or invoice or tax bordereau out of the system that you reclaim your binder fees back from the insurer. So we're going to focus on that today, and this is not going to be a very long video, but it's going to be very important to listen and understand how things are going to work. So in order to do that, you need to be in an accounting role in the company. You need to have accounting permissions, especially access to the accounting tab. Moreover, you need to be of a seniority that will allow you to have access to this button here called Fund Earnings, and you will need to make sure that you get the Cost Reclamation button and the Financial Period button available to you. We always say, look at your financial period and make sure that you're in the financial period. That is important. So we're going to create the periods, make sure that you are on this particular period and that we are there. You should have sealed all the previous financial periods if you are doing your accounting correctly, and if you are signing off the books on a yearly basis. Now, if your accounting period does change, we have to then just change the figures up here as to what your new periods will be. However, it doesn't really make too much of a role, and you can continue. So I'm going to save and exit that there. You can continue, for example, now when you go into Fund Earnings and Cost Reclamation. It does give you a warning that all the work done on this particular file is final. You cannot backstep this. There is no support button feature to rectify this. This is literally what it is when you get there. So if you are not aware of what needs to happen, or you are not trained correctly on this portion, we do suggest hit cancel, phone me, and we'll give you a proper training on this. However, we want you to click on the OK button for now, and this brings up the Insurer Reclamation Monthly Report. So we want to say we are reclaiming for October. So we are going to say the 31st of October. That sets the period date. We're now looking for the Insurer Designer Solutions, because that's what I've been working on through this entire training course, and we literally hit search. What this is going to show you, it's going to show you what you've previously claimed. So here we can see in very light gray that it is 549 Rand that we've claimed previously from this insurer. Your current claim has not yet been allocated because we haven't put save and exit yet or anything else like that to the point yet. And we are looking for only paid products, because remember, you can only reclaim your fees back from the insurer that you have received money for. So pending policies, unpaid policies don't normally get your reclaim back. So this money has to be within their accounts. You've got two tab controls here which will show you what is due to you. So we'll see here that we've got this one policy that is paid as true. We can see the paid date, and then we can see what the reserving amount is, what the UMA fee is, the claims fee is, and all the other fees that pertain to this particular policy. On the second tab, you're going to have your refunds tab. So if you've given a refund back to any person, now this is depending on your binder agreement and the business rules we put in place when you set up your Synaptic. The refunds here will show here that you can now draw back the money that you've claimed previously. So if your contract with your insurer says, if you are going to refund a client and you need to refund a portion or portionate fees back to the insurer or back to the fund, then this is what needs to happen. So what will happen here is that it'll take all the amounts that you've earned, so everything you've earned, plus all the amounts that you are taking or clawing back as UMA fee, distributor claims, or reclaim credit amount fees. They're going to draw all that out, and it's the earnings minus your credits, and that gives you what you are going to draw back from the fund account like we discussed in the introduction to Synaptic. For now, we don't have any refunds, but we've got this reclaim, so we can literally say save and exit. Now this is where it's vitally important for you to understand that when you click save and exit here, this is final. It gives you a cost reclamation review. It's telling you you are reclaiming that. There's no credits, there's no refund amounts, so your total net claim is for 1,687 Rand. and that should be the total of the UMA fee and the claims admin fee in this particular case, because the product was set up that way. Please note you're not reclaiming the reserving because that's kept by the insurance company. Is it correct? Do you want to continue? Yes, I want to continue. Once you've hit save, it will then say save successful. You will then have to click OK. Once you've done this, it's going to pop up what we call the cost reclamation bordereau. Now, this is the thing that is going to be submitted to the insurance company. It is a tax invoice or tax bordereau to the insurance company, whereby you are going to draw back your fees that you've earned on this policy, your upfront binder fees. So once it has completed, it will come back to the synaptic screen, get out of that screen that it was in, and pop up your Excel document. Now in here, you are going to be able to see all the data that pertains. If you had credits, there will be a credit tab here as well, which will show the credits. And what you'll see here is that it'll give you all the information of the policy that you are reclaiming, that it is paid, the sales price, and all the information that the insurance company needs, including the bank reference, which is internal, and also what the insurance company is going to be keeping in terms of reserving. And at the bottom of that, it's going to tally up all the columns. Now in this particular case, there's one, so it looks like it's repeating, but this is actually your tally column. And you'll see here that there's actually a sum inside that column. So we are summing up everything that we're doing. So it gives you all the financial information. What then happens is that you will then see here that it tells you what the UMA fees are, what the claims admin fees are, and tells you what the balance is. If you are claiming back the other fees, marketer or roadside, it'll all show down here and it'll tally up all of those in here. If there was a credit tab and you had credits that were due back to the fund or back to the client, it will remove the credit values for UMA credit values and marketer credit values, and then give you a total which will be exactly this number less these two credits, and put it back into there as the balance. So in other words, it'll automatically on a month-to-month basis re-rectify your cost reclamation. This is the basic accounting procedure for cost reclamation and getting your information and your monies back from the insurer. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you very much.